I want to show you the logo process of creating this cool key logo for this client project I had last year. I want to walk you through the process and hopefully you can get some ideas out of it. So first up, I started off with a discovery session. I always start off with that step to extract information from my client. Now this client was based in the US and they had a real estate agency, but it was focused around video marketing. So they teamed up with one of my other clients I had via Massey and they created an agency. So it was both a broker and a video agency that does marketing together. It helps other agencies scale through great marketing. So we wanted to really focus on more of a luxury, luxurious clients, people who are earning over 100, 200K plus a year. So we wanted to go high end, but not too high end. So here was the mood boards and taglines that I came up with. I had frame your influence, architect your presence, key to presence, beyond property, build legacy, brokers into brands, and signature realtor brands. Now, I just copyrighted this myself. I did use a bit of AI to help me generate those initial ideas, but then I had to craft specific wording with these slogans and taglines to make it a bit more better. And then we've got some slogans here. Transforming agents into brands, powering agents, building brands, signature stories for elite agents. We turn brokers into brands. And that was the final one we picked, which was pretty cool. We looked at some competitors as well. You can see some agencies extracting the colors, looking at the website, what fonts they use. And we wanted to avoid this and go not too similar, but a bit more distinct. I created 3 different mood boards. The first one was called Curated Excellence. So here was a mood board full of, gold, marble, some emerald tones in there, some simple icons, more of a, all caps, elegant type fonts with gold foils. So that was that style. And then this one was more modern minimalist, extracted some, put some patterns, logos, examples of some ideas here, which I thought was pretty cool. And obviously I didn't create this logo, but I borrowed it from somewhere else just for a quick mood board. Bold letters, geometric shapes. So I thought that was another strong idea. And then we had Confident Luxe. So you can see more bronze, rose gold, more duotone colors with the icons, more a simple icon as well for the key. I found this nice key online that has the K there. I thought that was a cool idea. And then, so that was the mood boards. After we got the sign off, they really liked this one here. I started going off with this design and jumped straight into Illustrator. And you can see I had the mood board here. And then I just started running with it. So you can see, I started off with the typography. Now I really wanted to have a elegant font, but not too vintage or retro. It had to feel, modern but classy. And then for the tagline, we just kept it in a simple sans serif font for that contrast. So you can see I just started playing around with different fonts here. There was lots of ways we can do it. Played around with all caps and then lowercase felt a bit more premium. Lowercase always is more friendly, more approachable, and it feels more upper class. Whereas all caps is more like loud in your face. And I just continued with the process here, just playing around with different ideas. So I really wanted to have this idea of like a lens, camera lens, or a house, and with a key because the brand is called Keystone. So it was just very logical. So you can see I started playing with ideas, had like a star here, had different Ks here that I liked, had like a target on this one, put the K and the key like this. I thought this was a cool idea as well. What else? Different angles. I put keyholes in the K for this one, like that. And it also looked like a puzzle piece, so I thought this was a cool idea as well. And I really like this font. This T is really funky. Testing out different fonts here. And so you can see just really exploring different ideas. Focus more on the icon. It started to become a little bit too busy, so I had to pull it back eventually. But you can see some of the cool ideas. I had an eye in there, star. The focal point was inside the key instead of like the K. Started playing with some other ideas that I thought were cool. And then we had this idea as well, but it looked more of like an orange. It was like a lens, but it wasn't looking right. So that idea got rejected. So that was my round 1. After a round of revisions, then we jumped onto, some more ideas. I started looking at some other ideas, looked at lenses. They really liked this idea here with the K. And I thought, okay, let's try something else with the K. And so I used this nice K I found. So it's just the letter that I outlined. And then from that, I start building shapes around it, started customizing it. So you can see I started breaking it apart. Just using the shape builder tool. You can do this very easily. I have a tutorial on my YouTube channel. Started creating something like this. And I thought it was really cool. It was very interesting and unique. Like you don't see many ideas like this. As you can see, it started looking very, a bit more mechanical. There's a lot of elements though. And then I had these ideas here. So I just presented a lot of ideas for the second round. We had the font down and the tagline. But we just had to get that icon right. That was the crucial part. And then after that, I did one more final go and I focused on the key because the key was the main thing we had to get right. I really liked some of these ideas here that I was pulling from and I just played around with different keys. So I found a bunch of these keys, which was cool. And then I just traced them and I really started to customize it to how I wanted it. So you can see here, this key here, it looked like this, but then I started customizing myself. I deleted parts of the logo. So I literally just like delete like that and then put this house shape that I made. Then I started customizing it, you know, making the things shorter, just keeping it simple. Did in some more house ideas. I focused on just like putting a window, using negative space, making it like a silhouette. Maybe this one like with the K and the key connecting. I thought that was a cool lockup, but it did create some weird spacing issues. I even thought of this one as well, putting the key inside the keyhole. Then I had like a bunch of these ideas here. And then ultimately, they really liked the simplicity of the simple circle key. So I just focused mainly on working with that. Finally, when I was happy with the main icon, and I was happy with it too, I just created one that was a bit longer, one that was a bit shorter. Then I was just testing out some patterns, and that was it. And that's how I created this visual identity for this new brand. And if you actually do want to learn how to create a full brand identity, I actually have a course on Skillshare that you can take. I'll put the links in the description below. I also have a course on logo design. So if you want to dive deeper into logo design, where I break down how to craft exactly the logo and different styles of logos, then you can check all of my courses on Skillshare. Click the link below for 1 month for free on Skillshare. So this was like the initial presentation that I created. It wasn't the final one, but presented it like this. Just, it was simple because it was a small project. It was mainly the logo and a few assets, just the identity. You can see my thinking, how I lay things out, just breaking it down. It's very logical, trying to keep with the ideas, different lockups, you know, different fonts. Got some mockups there. Instagram patterns. And then when the project wrapped up, I had some guidelines to create as well. So I got the tone of voice, positioning statement, taglines here, some other words we use when we talk about the brand, and the ideal customer, logo variations, text stack, and the key by itself, and also had the key as with the gradient as well that I did send them. And yeah, and that was it. That's how I took this cool key logo and made it into our visual identity for Keystone Media. It was a fun project, and yeah, if you do want to see another video like this where I show a bit of the process of how I created it from discovery, mood board, logo design, and doing the guidelines, then check out this video right here, and I break down my whole process in this one.